I'm gonna do it for you. Are you ready?
I want a bra! A bra, a bra, a bra, a bra.
Hey Harper's Bazaar, I'm Hilary Duff, and today I'm going to be answering your burning questions. Ready? What early 2000s trend needs to stay in the past? MySpace top 8. That is so problematic. Like, no one needs to know how you're rearranged in your friend group or that you're like off the, staying in the past.
Who would be your number one right now?
I can't answer that. Honestly, I have a top 8 and like they're all equally valuable players. What is my favorite meme of myself? I have to go with Love Dance. I think that maybe I've finally reclaimed it in a way that I'm like loving it and having fun with it. Something that used to like embarrass me on a tragic, horrible level is fun and funny to me now. What's a look that you loved at the time but would never wear again? This is so hard because so many trends are back, and I want to say like my like Frankie B or like bubblegum pants that are like pleather and low-rise and like wild colors, but I can't say I'm never gonna do that again. So maybe like trucker hats? Probably I'm never revisiting. I did a lot of newsboy caps. I'm not sure I'm going back there, but never say never. What's one beauty hack that you swear by? My makeup artist just taught me this trick. When you're putting on your foundation, you rub a little off of your nose so your actual skin and like freckles can shine through. It tricks the like average eye into thinking you have like less of a face of foundation on. And I am V into it. How likely are you to bring back Stuff by Hilary Duff? I'm just a little busy right now, but baby tees are back. I do have some of the items. They didn't hold up great. I don't know if I stored them so well. I think one is in May's closet, my 4-year-old. It's a tee with like my face on it and it says Stuff by Hilary Duff in some really scrolly cursive. It's honestly kind of sick. Any beauty advice I wish I didn't follow? Microblading my brows. I wish I never did it. I used to have like a glue pen basically that would just like draw them on, and like they were waterproof. So you could go swimming in the ocean and still have like gigantic eyebrows. It was something nightmares are made of. What's one song that almost made the set list for your Small Rooms Big Nerves tour? There's a song called Anywhere But Here. It almost made it instead of Someone's Watching Over Me for like the slower kind of moment. That could still make it into the set list. I can't wait to like rearrange and add to for the bigger shows. It's gonna be really fun. And then honestly, Breathe In, Breathe Out almost made it, but didn't. There's probably quite a few that I don't want to perform again. We could start with The Math. We could follow up with The Girl Can Rock. But I'm not gonna say no or never because they have been highly requested by fans. It's gonna be like me making peace with the With Love dance. I'm just gonna have to find a way. What's the most surprising place you've heard your music playing? Ann and Jack Thai is like an amazing restaurant in Los Angeles. Depending on the night, they play like 90s hip hop or like early 2000s pop music, and it'll be like for the night, that's what they're sticking to. I was with Mandy Moore. We heard Candy and we heard So Yesterday in one sitting, and it was very exciting. And then I always hear it at Ralph's grocery store, like always. I don't know if they see me in there and they're like, always at the Ralph's by my house. Which of your songs deserves more credit than it gets? Sparks. I think hands down, the internet would tell you Sparks. I think I agree. Is it true that you've passed on since you've been gone? I read this on the internet the other day and someone was like, her voice wasn't good enough to sing this song. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Kelly Clarkson, nobody can top you. But I don't remember passing on this song. One, because of that reason. I mean, I scream sing this song in my car to this day. Could have been the case, but I don't remember that. There was some Charli XCX stuff that was like, oh, she passed on Boom Clap, which I also don't remember. Internet lore, you know? What's one Lizzie McGuire moment that lives rent-free in your head? I'm gonna do it for you. Are you ready?
I want a bra! A bra, a bra, a bra, a bra. I want a bra!
When I shot that, I was 13 years old, probably had like little boobies, and was like, I want a bra too, girl, but I am so embarrassed to say this in front of my entire crew. And I had to say it loud and over and over and over again. And now I love it and it's so sweet, and I can't wait for my kids to scream that at me. I'm gonna be like, ah, just like the mom. Bra shopping, let's go. Did you ever think your anti-gay bullying commercial would continue to be viral almost 20 years later? It has so many legs because it's one, like, very silly, but the concept is so, like, heartfelt and real. I think it's, like, endearing and sweet and, you know, standing up for something that you believe in and on the right side of history.
Oh, that's so girl wearing a skirt as a top.
I don't know who wrote the girl wearing a top as a skirt, but honestly, chef's kiss. What was the most memorable part of playing Olivia Burke on Gossip Girl? Probably the threesome was the most standout moment. I remember being like, oh, my mom's gonna call me after this one. I was in Paris not too long ago and my bag got lost. I went up to the lady who worked at the airline and she's like, are you on Gossip Girl? Yes. Love, that's how you know me. Which celebs were in your Les Deux crew back in the day? These were the days of, like, Laguna Beach people were always there. Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, like, all the crews had their tables. My crew was, like, a little more normcore. It was like dancing on tables and packed to the brim and tears in the toilet at the end of the night kind of vibes. There was multiple times that me and my friends would get, like, snuck through the kitchen to leave because police were coming in, which feels absolutely wild. What's one rumor you've read about yourself that made you laugh? I once read a positive one that said I was a good tipper, and I appreciated that one. Who was your favorite on-screen love interest? I think I'm gonna say Aaron Carter. I was just at, like, peak age of a kiss being exciting, and we were so silly and dumb and, like, young that it just felt very, like, innocent and, like, butterflies and all of those feelings. Also, like, not a love interest, just, like, a kiss. What's one question you hope to never be asked again? Like, maybe, like, how did you end up okay? Who or what inspired your tour looks? When you first look at, like, my mood boards for early before tour started, it was a little more, like, bohemian, and it's, thank God, kind of shifted into this more, like, pastel-y, shiny, dream sequence-esque vibe, which has made me feel really joyous and happy, but also like myself on stage. What sealed the deal for your upcoming world tour? Making the record, I always knew I was going to go on tour. I knew those things were going to, like, belong together, and that was, like, end goal, is, like, being on tour, being on the road, being on stage, and it really scared me, but I wanted that, and I, like, visualized that and saw that happening. I did not, however, see it happening, like, on this level. I thought maybe I would be doing Small Rooms, Big Nerves tour forever. What's the easiest part of collaborating with your husband, Matthew Koma? He's the easiest person to be around. I want to hang with him all day long, so that's the best part, is just getting extra, like, time in the day with him that we get to be together. He can see things for me that I can't see for myself, and that really helps, like, move this thing along, and it's really comforting. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to check out my new album, Luck or Something.